Today, a game between me and a pretty strong player, 2000. He's now 2241 in the bullet, so he's pretty strong. I used the principles of Jeremy Sulaiman, the imbalances theory that international master from USA called Jeremy Sulaiman have introduced, in which he have divided the strategic elements into 10 maybe or 12 element that each player is trying to get and attain as more as strategic elements as possible. Strategic elements like open files, open diagonals, superiority of a minor piece, safety of the king, gain of tempo, and many others. If you get these things in your hand, they are like materials, something which a novice player is not convinced of because as a novice we don't see anything but material, and the idea of controlling square seems to be very ridiculous to us. So what is going on if I control the square? Am I going to put it in my pocket? So that's why Jeremy Sulaiman have introduced a new theory in chess that can, if you are lucky enough, you can jump hundreds of points just by reading his books or subscribing to chess.com where they offer his lessons online instead of reading them in the book. So here we go. Just a bullet game. This is not something very brilliant, but I didn't start showing that I have an understanding of this simple position more than my opponent. Here I try to harass his queen, he go back, and I wanted to take this knight, double his pawn. He don't have much of choices. He can retreat actually, but he decided to take. And here I start seeing this very juicy square for my knight. But first I have to just remove this knight because he's having a little bit of challenge over the square. So rook e1 now, and I'm just bearing on this square. I even forget the tactical idea of bishop takes, pawn takes, and then put my knight. But then I decided to push, which even Ribka is telling me that is very good point. But then Ribka changes into this move, which I don't understand. But this move is very understandable. Once he pushes, I remove my knight. The purpose of this move is just to take the knight that goes over there and then take like the computer said, and then I retreat my knight. Of course, if he now take with the pawn, if he take my knight here, then uh, his rook is miserable. His rook is miserable here, out of play, and he is going to lose. So logically, he took my knight, and then I retreated with the knight. Now I can see that. Yes, yes, it's a very monstrous piece. Although here I swerved, computer saying this is good, but I think Suleiman saying is not good because this bishop is impaired by his own pawns. So why I should have given him a chance now? Now the bishop can go back to life. After, for example, queen takes, then rook goes here and bishop back to life. But he refuses. Then I took. It's just a bullet game, but I showed that at least I understand some of Suleiman principle. I even forget this move, which looks very logical. Then he brings his bishop back to life. Fortunately, my knight is limiting all the squares. Now he wants to form some battery, but my knight and my queen are making it impossible for. Here I fought for just swerving this pawn and then pushing this pawn by the guard of the knight and the queen. It will be very dangerous. The game is lost anyway, but just showing you that here he of course collapsed due to a very strong knight and his inability actually to follow the game. He's rook down and I have very strong knight, so I keep losing material. Check and then checkmate the final. And I did many other games like this one where I beat players like 2400 and more using Suleiman's principle, so I recommend it for everybody.